Alright guys, so I've got a treat for you today. This is going to be only for, I'm only going to post it on Patreon at first, and then maybe we'll make it public on YouTube. Wish I had a little more time to stream today, but I don't. So, what you got in front of you is, this is the deck list that I posted to, if you're checking out the Facebook page or the Twitter page. It's basically just a quick draw up for an Esper expertise deck if we were to play it or build it. So let's go ahead and run at least one match with this thing. I'm going to try to do more of these exclusive Patreon videos for you guys. Thank you so much for those of you who've stuck with it. And, you know, if you're one of those that left the Patreon group, maybe me doing more content like this will hopefully bring you guys back. I know we talked about a Grixis expertise, but I want to see what this Esper expertise has to offer. So let's just play a quick match. I don't really care what we go up against. I kind of just want to see what the deck can do. Yeah, while we're finding an opponent, the list is sorting a play set of some new cards, or one play set of some of the new cards. Fatal Push. I think the card's the real deal. I think it's very powerful. I think it's everything that the deck kind of has been missing. So yeah, like we can lead Dark Slick, Inquisition, then next turn we have a fetch land plus push. So not that we'd need to kill a CMC, you know, 4 or less, but I think a lot of the time in Modern, CMC 1 to 2 is going to be just fine for this card. I think, you know, occasionally you'll need to kill a 3, occasionally you'll need to kill a 4, but not that much. And I guess to that point, oh, speaking of which, okay, Leonin plus the Ghost Quarter. Yeah, could just take the Leonin. Don't really care about the rest of his hand. Do we? I think you just take the... Yep, he's had enough. Okay. Sometimes you win the game on turn 1. I would have liked to have seen how that match turned. I mean, like, our hand lined up really well against what he was doing. Like, we took one of his threats and then we were gonna kill the other two. Don't really care about the path. See if we can get another match. But yeah, so basically, I want to see two things I want this deck to show me. One is the Esper package powerful enough? That would be this part of the deck. And then the 6-card package that I'm testing, I want to see how the expertise, and then I have another expertise in the sideboard, because I didn't think I want to main deck Yehenis, but I want to see if the expertise is a fine alternative for things like Beck and Call. Expertise also could cast an Ancestral if you have one kind of stuck in your hand. Now, I've caught murmurings that some people already have been testing the expertises, namely Yehenis expertise, with Ancestral. And so far I've heard people saying it's just clunky, you're better off just suspending it. And while that's true, I think if we have other ways we're using the expertise in the same deck, it might have merit. I mean, another card I'd love to test is Restore Balance. Because if you guys remember Restore Balance, the deck that it was built into, kind of wonky. I'll just pull up the card while we're talking about it. So another way I'd love to maybe use the expertise is something like Restore Balance. Got an opponent. This hand is not as good, but I will give it a try. 8 fetch lands for 4 push, I think is fine. Whoa, Isolated Chapel, huh? Okay, there's a brain in a jar. Only one on the list. I mean, maybe we'll run 2. I'm not sure yet. I think I'd rather run more expertise, though, before I run more brains, but we'll see. I think we should lead on Watery. I think it's fine. You could get a big there. I mean, we got Cryptic in the deck, but not many. I think I'm running like maybe 1 or 2. So he's playing white-black Eldrazi. His mana's a little awkward, though, here, this game, but I guess it's not that bad. So probably take the Strangler. You could also say you're supposed to take the Mind Stone. Actually, I'm going to take the Mind Stone. So Strangler Souls, 2 lands. A Muddle the Mixture, not great here. I mean, we could trade it for half of a Lingering Soul. I'd rather just... We actually technically have the combo. If I go Brain here, we can muddle up the Beck Call. So why don't we just go ahead and fetch up a basic island and play the Brain. Now, we're not ticking it up, but that's okay. I mean, technically, if we're going to make a 4th land drop, like we have the combo 2 ways. As long as we're getting Muddle, we've got this combo 2 different ways. So, like, Colonnade, like, that's another way. Like, I could... The problem with Colonnade here, though, is... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also just Tazagar here. And that might be correct, to just Tazagar. Because, again, if I transmute up the... let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I have 7 if I go for the Delta. I actually think we're supposed to Tazagar and charge Brain. And when we charge Brain, I mean, we could push something. I doubt I'm going to want to, though. And you need to be careful, because now I've just turned this off from killing like a Thought-Knot Seer. But I think we just go Fountain. Yes. Yeah, because this is gonna cast the Tazagar, but also give me the option to charge Brain. And ideally, we draw a different land next turn. But you want Brain to be ready to go on 2 charge count. If we draw a different land next turn, it's just gonna path it. That's fine. Actually, that's perfect. Now we can go for the Womble combo next turn. It's actually perfect. Yep, that we have enough mana to transmute. This almost makes me wish I had 2 Beck Calls in the deck, but that's fine. I'm not going to push anything. I'm going to say no. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the Wombo combo piece. Go grab that. Your move. And again, we could Sram's Expertise this Beck Call. And it would fuse it because it has the same wording as Brain. We already know that Brain in a Jar works. Is this him doing the Smasher? Okay, so he's going to Smasher. What we do here is, in response, we do the Beck Call. Just so we can draw one more. And see how it gives us the option to fuse it? So, we'll get to draw one more card, basically. Yes, yield. Did not hit a Path to Exile, though. That's rough. If he smashes everything in, we can just trade the Birds with the Spirits, which I think is what I'll do. Now, so how are we going to handle this? Oh, or we could just draw a path. That makes things so much easier. That makes things a lot easier. So Expertise here is a freebie if we want it to do anything with it. Like I could just like we could scour. Yeah, we could scour. We have a freebie here. He's on 2 cards. I mean, we really need to path. path, I guess, pitch a land. And then I'm just thinking of sramming into this Inquisition. That's not all that exciting. I mean, maybe I am supposed to just do the Thoughtseize, because yes, we could die to a top deck of Smasher, but if he has a Thought-Knot Seer, it's really problematic. I guess it's not that bad. No, he'll take the push, but we have Snap Path. You know, let's not make ourselves that vulnerable to top deck Smasher. Why don't we just go with Inquisition? You know what? No, I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Gonna do it. Okay, so we do get to hit a Smasher. So his hand is Strangler. Now, unfortunately, Sram's expertise, the tokens come out before. Did you a Reshaper? Tokens come out before it will cast something like Beck Call, so you don't actually draw. You don't draw 7. You still just draw 4. Mind you, drawing 4 is still really good. These Inquisitions are bad here now. That's okay. I think I just pass it back. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could see us Sram's expertising, like snap Sram's expertise, fatal push something. It's only if something has left the battlefield this turn, though. I think I just sit. These are both unfortunately CMC3, so I can't push them. But we got a decent block here. We've got time. Let's go ahead and send it back. Like, I might just double block and then push the other, you know? Get that draw stop off. Reshaper. I think I just want to draw here. I mean, if I was my opponent, I would just swing in. I mean, does he just assume because I have a hand of 5 cards that we're going to win that? Expertise does not kill everything in my opponent's deck. But I mean, we won that without any Ancestrals. That's nice. I don't think Raman's all that great this match, although he does have Lingering Souls. So what are the things we want? What are the things we want to cut? He saw Brain, so we can cut that, and we can bring in the Expertise as another enabler for this. The Muddles are not great in this matchup. It's like you trade for half, you know. It's not good enough. I mean, Rest in Peace would be a better way to fight over Lingering Souls. Now, that's going to turn off my Snapcasters, but Lingering Souls is pretty good. That's arguably fair. I think Thoughtseizes are going to be better than the Inquisitions in this matchup. I think the Inquisitions actually are pretty poor, to the point where I would even consider just cutting all of them. And then go with maybe a Rest in Peace or a Knight. Knight, though, can kind of gimp us worse than it'll gimp the opponent if I'm still on Srams and Beck Call. They also kill all the snaps. So this might not be the way we want to fight opposing Lingering Souls. I think the way we want to fight it is maybe just Rest in Peace, but I mean, Engineered Explosives could clean up. It's a tough call. Let's cut one more Muddle. We'll run the Explosives. And we'll run maybe one Inquisition. Can't be right. Let's try it. I mean, if it's not right for the deck, we'll cut it. We still have 2 Tazagur. We still have Colonnades. It's not like it's completely unwinnable. Alright, keep. But I'm excited about this card. I think it's very strong. Maybe not against Eldrazi, but we can make it work. Come on, turn 2 Tazager. No? Verdict in the yard. Alright. This is going to be a painful Thoughtseize. Yeah. Let's for ourselves here. Alright. Thought Knot. Mindbender. Distended Mindbender. Right? Take the Thought Knot. So Persecution Souls, Mindbender. Distended Mindbender. Yeah. There's the explosives to clean up this Souls if that gets out of hand. I think I'm just going to go basic planes, and I'm going to take the Distended. If that's the scariest thing he's got. Oh, okay, he said enough. Cool. I mean, it's playing Magic. First game was won off of the Beck call for sure. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this is the little package I'm messing around with. We'll see how it evolves. I mean, this first version seems pretty lean, seems basically just to be an Esper deck that happens to be splashing a combo. Well, combo. It's just a value engine. We've played it before. We played it in Jeskai, yada yada. I did sneak a breeding pool into the first version just for the value to Sunburst for 4 on explosives and to hardcast Beck Call Fusion, but I don't think it's going to be... I think in the final version of this, we'll probably get away from breeding pool. But anyways, guys, that was your little preview of the deck. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you on the next special. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I know there's still quite a few of you still on the Patreon, so you guys don't go unnoticed. And you know the Patreon is primarily how we've been. While Card Hoarder has become how I'm able to get into different decks more easily, you guys are still the primary. I'm not kidding. You guys are the primary source for how we pay for the events that I stream every month. The Modern Leagues, the Legacy Leagues, when there was Cube. So I just wanted you guys to realize how much you mean to the stream and how you guys let me, instead of just dirtling, you know, when I first started streaming with you guys, I mean, we just dirtle around the practice room all day. But thanks to the funds from the Patreon, like I turn that into tickets and we play, you know, more competitive events. Anyway, we'll see how this works. I like Push. Seems really strong. I like Tazager where he's positioned because Push is in the format. So CMC 6, you know, 5 and above becomes stronger when this is in the format. And it's pretty prevalent. I've seen a lot of the Jund decks and Grixis decks immediately adopt this card. It's already in their decks. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next Patreon video, and hopefully I'll see you on the next stream. Hope to see you there. Have a good one.